topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Eat and Critique Show with restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia. Brought to you by one of Steve-O and Sophia's favorite Incontro Italian cuisine and steakhouse located on the Walk in Coral Springs. Now, sit back while award-winning restaurant critics Steve-O and Sophia share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly in South Florida dining.
And we're back for another episode of Eat and Critique with Steve-O and Sophia. And tonight we have the chief again. The chili contest is Saturday. It went so fast.
Seems like we've been talking about this for months.
Yeah.
And it's finally here.
But it went so fast. I can't believe it's this weekend.
I know. And this is the only, we get asked to do so many charitable events, and this is the only one that we do. Because first of all, we can't do them all. We would have no time for ourselves if we did them all. So the charities that are watching or listening right now going, wait a minute, you said you couldn't do ours. This is the one we chose that we do every year, and it's such a great cause.
But this year, it means a lot more to me because of the veterans, the charity with the veterans. Our father served in the Air Force, so it's very meaningful for me. And we would like to welcome our guest, Chief Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Yes, sir. Steve and Sophia, thank you so much for having me again. We're very, very honored that you choose to participate. You're going to be celebrity judges on our chili cook-off this Sunday. So I have good and bad news. I have good news that ticket sales are just unbelievable.
I knew it would be.
Outselling any other year we've ever had. We're very excited. The bad news, I don't know if it's too bad, but we have 28 chili teams.
That's funny.
That means you.
That is funny, Brian.
Yeah, but you know who your sponsor is, Wellington Regional. So.
Yeah. It means you guys can't eat after Friday.
Oh my gosh, 28?
That's amazing. 28. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's the most teams we've ever had, and we're very, very excited. It's going to be beautiful weather.
Yes, it is.
Brian, tell people, explain where the proceeds go to.
I'd be happy to. Steve and Sophia, the proceeds benefit so many charities. Like you said, Sophia, one of them is our partner, which is the Palm Beach County chapter of the NAM Knights. And that's a veterans group who gives back to veterans who are in need. They do it through a VA gift card program. They raise money throughout the year. We partner with them for this, and so a lot of the proceeds are going to go to the veterans. The other amazing charities are the retired firefighters of Palm Beach County, Palm Beach County Pipes and Drums, Firefighters on a Mission. So then that supports a lot of great charities. So all the proceeds from the chili ticket sales go to these charities. It's all broken up into those charities.
And it's this Sunday.
This Sunday.
It came so fast.
Yeah, very fast.
Thinking, Brian, God, firemen give back so much. You see them on holidays with the boots and collecting money, at the corner of the streets. And it's always, you see the firemen out there giving back. It's amazing what you all do.
We do. We have to find ways to engage with the community other than an emergency, because we're seeing people on their worst day. They only call 911 when it's bad.
Yeah, right.
And when we get there, that if that's our only involvement with the community, we can't have that. So you will see us do fundraisers throughout the year, because it's a way for us to give back and connect with the community. And that this is one of those. This is our premier event. This is our premier fundraising event every year. We're lucky enough to partner with the retired firefighters of Palm Beach County who did the Jupiter Chili Cookoff. We're combining those two cookoffs because it outgrew the venue in Jupiter, and we have a much larger venue. We have a classic car show. We have rock and roll music all day long from noon to 5 o'clock. We've got cold beer, mixed drinks, fun activities for the whole family, kids, anybody. And then all you can eat chili for $20, free parking. What event can
Great
you go?
music.
I just went down to the street festival this weekend, which was amazing, downtown Lake Worth, but you had to pay $20 just to park.
Right.
Yes.
Parking
right.
for our, and I'm not knocking it, but parking for our event is totally free. You can come enjoy the music. You can come in and enjoy the car show, totally free. But if you want to eat all the chili you can, it's $20, and it goes to there's 28 teams, so that's less than $1 per chili tasting, and you can do it all day long. They're going to make 5 gallons of chili each team. There'll be plenty.
And the children, again, do you want to tell the cost at the gate if they haven't purchased the ticket? And then
Sophia, that's great. That's a great question. Kids 11 to 18 are half price at $10. Children under 11 years of age are free. If you buy your tickets now, and you can see our website is at the bottom. The link is at the bottom. If you buy your tickets now, they're $20. The day of the event, they're $25. So they go up $5. So save yourself $5.
I got some scary news for you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
So I used to put on events all the time, so I really appreciate what you're doing. But I got to tell you, normally 50% of ticket sales are walk-up.
Yeah.
So whatever you've got in so far, expect a lot of walk-up.
Steve, you're absolutely correct. We see that every year. And, a lot of times we've had this event in May. We've brought it to March for the better weather. And although some of your listeners right now, if they're in our area, the weather might be a little bit rainy, but that's okay because it's getting all out of the clouds for this weekend. So by the end of this weekend, Sunday, if you look ahead at the weather, Sunday is supposed to be the best day we have this week.
And it's going to be.
We know that. We know that. We have so much fun. If you don't like to eat chili, we've got some food truck vendors that'll be there. Of course, that's an additional charge, but we're just so blessed to have you both as celebrity judges. We have some other judges. We've a record year for sponsors. Our sponsors make this happen, and we've got lots of volunteers, and it's just going to be a fantastic event.
Chief Fuller, why don't you give the address again for the listeners?
Okay, it's Samuel J. Ferrari Park in Green Acres, which is on Jog and Community. And again, we have free parking all day long. We have a free car show with about 100 vehicles in it, I believe. There's free music. We've got the Southern Blood Rock Band is going to play from opening to close. Lots of prizes, lots of gifts. There's raffles, car show, food trucks, fun and games for kids, lots of vendors, cold beer and mixed drinks. How can you go wrong? If you're going to spend $20 somewhere this weekend, please spend it at our event. You'll feel good about it because all of the proceeds go to great charities, and your belly's going to be full from chili.
And Southern Blood is awesome. They're going
amazing rock band. We're so thankful to have them. They're big draw. So we're so thankful.
I got to tell people this because if they've never been to the event before and they don't know, You would not believe how many people brought their
Their
dogs
dogs.
out. And it was, so bring your dogs out, bring your
Kids,
kids out.
your grandma, your mom,
I mean, it's,
everybody.
this event, we're just going to keep growing it every year, right, Chief?
We are, and listen, if you've got 4 or 5 people in your family and only 3 of them want to eat chili, the other 2 don't, that's okay. They don't have to pay the $20. The $20 gets you a wristband, and that's so you can eat chili, but everything else is free. So don't hesitate coming just because a couple of people don't want chili. There's plenty of other things to do.
So, Chief, I was trying to think because of Jupiter, how it was set up. How's it going to be like the tables for registration? Is it going to be a big sign so they know where to go from the parking lot, or?
Absolutely. We're gonna have lots of volunteers that are directing people to the chili event area. You know, they're gonna have to walk through some of the cars, if you will, but it's set up very much like the Jupiter event with an amphitheater, a pavilion where the band will be playing, and then it's a semicircle of the chili teams, just like Tequesto, but a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So are all the Green Acres stations going to participate?
Of course.
We have 2 of them. Yes, we have 2. We have the Green Acres chili team, and then we have another one of our employees has his chili team in it. Very good stuff. Jafiki Tiki. Look out for Jafiki Tiki.
And I saw when we had the Lake Clark Shores picnic, there was, I think it was Palm Springs Fire Department, and they said they had 2 tents there.
They do. Palm Beach County does. Yep.
Okay.
We're looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun.
I never asked Chief this. So when they pay their $20, does that allow them to go back as many times as they want?
Yes.
As much as they'd like. You can go
Wow.
up to every tent as many
No,
times
we
as
keep
you'd
going
like.
to the next one.
They get all they can eat for $20.
That is amazing.
And don't forget, each person that buys a wristband is going to get a card, and whatever chili tent they like the most, they're going to place that card in a little bucket. And that's one of the coveted awards for the chili teams. Very competitive, very big competition.
Oh my God, yes.
Is the People's Choice Award.
Right.
And they really go all out decorating
the tent.
the tents.
Well, I call them tents, but
Yeah, they do.
They
Yep,
do.
that's another award. They win best theme to tent. Yep. So there'll be some
And
fun.
it's like one of them had a baseball theme one year, and they
that's
had
the
like,
girls. Those are
doesn't
the
matter.
girls. Last year they were St. Patrick's Day. Remember?
Oh, they
all
were?
Just remember?
Yeah,
had
that's
the
right.
Shamrocks, and that's the girls'
yeah.
team.
and
They
then
get very elaborate.
yeah, they do. But what's so amazing about the Green Acre event over, say, the event we did at
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Albacoa.
is that there are a lot of food trucks out there.
Yes.
So if you don't like chili, you just want to have a good time. I mean, just to go for the music.
And the car show. There's going to be 100 cars there.
100 cars. Beautiful, beautiful vintage cars and classic cars. That's all free.
Are they having a contest for the best car too, or is it just
They do.
the
So
chili?
those cars will enter a competition as well, and they'll win money and prizes and stuff like that. But for the normal guest, that's free. It's free to see.
We can't get any questions by Chief. He knows everything that's going on.
Every
Are you
detail.
getting nervous at all?
I'm getting better, because I know the weather is just going to be beautiful. The weather is what really concerns me, but it
Right.
doesn't this year. I'm very happy with the date that we've picked, and I believe with all the forecasts I've seen, it looks beautiful.
Yep, and you check the almanac better than
Yeah.
checking the news weather station. So we know it's going to be gorgeous.
Yes, it
And
will.
you know what? You can come out and meet Steve-O and Sophia. We would love to meet you out there.
I just
What are you
laugh.
laughing
I'm
about?
laughing celebrity judges. I'm like, do we autograph? Do we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Who are some of the other judges this year?
We've got T.A. Walker from WP.
He's great.
Yeah, we love TA.
Yeah, we're very excited about him. Eddie E. from 107. I'm so sorry, I can't remember
It's
the
okay.
radio station that he's from. And then a retired fire chief, Chris Phelps. He's also a mortgage broker. He's got a mortgage company, but he was a retired fire chief, friend of mine, and travels and does some podcasts himself. And he'll be one of the 5 judges.
We lost one of our judges. We had
Yes,
a judge
ma'am.
who was we had a judge who was with us who was on it was a councilwoman.
Yeah, but ESPN,
She's now the mayor.
Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah,
So
she's now the mayor. We lost her, but again, because this is not just on YouTube, this is on radio and iHeart. Let's give everybody the date and where it's located again.
time and everything.
All right. The event is the 3rd annual Green Acres Fire Rescue Chili Cook-Off. It's Sunday, March 2nd. Begins at noon. It's located at Samuel J. Ferrari Park at Community and Jog in Green Acres, Florida. Goes till 5 p.m. that day, so 5 solid hours. Again, free parking, free classic car show, free rock and roll bands. If you want to use or see the vendors and the food trucks, you're willing to. And then for $20, you can have all you can eat chili all day long. There's be cold beer, cold drinks, lots of things to do for the entire family. And only those who want to eat chili need to pay the $20. Otherwise, it's a free event all day long.
And the address again?
I believe it's 2905 Community Drive in Green Acres. That's Samuel J. Ferrari Park.
I think that was it.
And-
And the pink fire truck's gonna be
Yeah,
there.
the pink fire truck's going to
Right.
be there.
That's
And
right.
we haven't told Chief yet. We want him back on next week to talk about the event.
Okay, sure.
If you
If
can do
it's
that,
okay.
if you're not too tired.
Nah, we'll talk about the success next Monday. Will be great. It'll
Absolutely.
be fantastic.
That'll be fun.
Okay.
Again, Chief, we have really loved having you on every week. And we're so glad we're blessed to be part of your event.
We thank you for having us again, and we're very excited about it. And we're excited about the success.
Our
And
listeners are really
we can't
excited.
wait to see you on Sunday.
Well,
March 2nd.
likewise, my friends, it's been great. And we thank you for having me on the show.
You're the
Thank
best,
you,
Chief.
See you
All right, guys.
Sunday.
See you
Thanks.
Sunday.
Bye. It's going to be fun.
I know it.
And rain, go away. It's going to be
Now, wait a minute,
sunny.
Sophia, you have been the celebrity judge for the last 2 years. Why? What is it new this time? This is going to be so big.
Yeah, it's huge. And 28 children.
And we got your
28.
sister and her friend to
I
come.
know Carla and Margaret are coming.
That is amazing. They don't ever go anywhere. Well,
28 chilies.
I know.
I
You just don't eat the night before.
don't usually anyway, but we can't
Wow.
wait. It's going to be a really good event. And everybody, please come. It does support really good charities. And it is a lot of fun. And this year, I think it's going to be more fun because the band I know the band, they're awesome. And
You
the
know
car
what?
show.
If we have to suffer, I think we
Excuse
should.
me, I have to get this.
Okay.
It's a vet.
I think we should fax
Hi.
or email Rebel with the chili. I mean, if we got to go down with the chili, Rebel, you should too. I hope Rebel heard that. So we're going to either fax you or email you chili.
I don't think a fax or an email will do it justice, to be honest with you. I really wish I could be there. That would be great. I
No, I
love
mean, hey, Rebel, you have no idea what it's like tasting 25, 30 different chilies. And you got to remember, keep in fact that not all of them are great. That's all I can say.
well, as long as they're made with things that I eat and don't make me sick, I'm good.
Oh, I don't know about the sick part, Rebel. I mean, gosh, oh my God, last year it was so tough. There was a couple of them that weren't so good, Rebel, and it's but it's such a great cause. But I just figured since we got to go down, you have to also. We're going to figure out a
I'd
way.
be down with it. I would be down with it. If I was there, I would definitely have me a ticket going. They do have the list
What
of
if it was
ingredients, right?
crawfish and etouffee? I bet you'd come in for that.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I knew you would.
If I could get off of work, I'd be there for the chili cook-off.
Yeah, right. You work 24 hours a day, Rebel. I got to tell you,
Not 24 hours.
yeah, you're pretty close to it. But I got to tell everybody something. There has been so many times that I have screwed up that Rebel has saved the show. And I know she thinks that it's just part of her job, but to me, it is. Rebel, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've had all kind of board ops and producers, and I got to tell you, you are the best that I've ever had.
You're so kind. But it's my job to make sure everybody has a wonderful experience while we're here.
I know, but you know what? That's one of the purposes of your job.
He's sucking up to you,
No,
Rebel.
she is. There's
I
been
know.
so many times
Rebel is good.
she'll bring to my attention, what about this? And it's my microphone's not working, or so many times our expert comes on and their mics aren't working.
Rebel's the best. We know that.
So
We're lucky to have
you've got
her.
an important job. And Rebel, are your shows national?
Yes, they are. They're worldwide, actually.
Okay.
I'm
Why don't
international.
you what are some of your shows you do?
We have combined. I used to do In Your Face and Rebels Romper Room, and now it's combined. We are revamping and fixing to put out Rebels Reality Realm.
What is that? What's the show about?
Houdan.
Oh, that's a it's a
Yeah,
mixture of
okay.
stuff. It's a mixture of stuff.
How do they find your shows?
Right now they can find them on iHeart, and this is going to be the first year we're taking the shows to television. We used to be radio only, and this year we are taking it to television. So I'll be able to let you know that when my producer tells me.
Okay. Well, I wanted to get a plug in. You definitely deserve it. What are you smiling about, Sophia? She gives me these looks sometimes, and I don't know I'm supposed to read her looks, but I can't.
Happy looks, happy smiling faces with that wonderful hat.
Wow, we got some great restaurants coming up next month, and I got to just kind of do a surprise because we've got a restaurant coming up. You know, if you're here in South Florida, which most of our listeners are, there's an area of town called Delray Beach. And it's, oh my God, it's where all the restaurants are.
Atlantic Avenue.
Yes. And they're trying to upgrade some areas that have been around for years, which is really sad because they're going to be tearing down old restaurants that have been there forever. And because rents are going to be much higher because they're going to be redoing the entire area. We found a restaurant that's been around for 15 years, and it looks like they're going to lose their lease. Listen, you cannot find rates that you did 10, 15 years ago. Rates are sky high, which is really weird. and a lot of restaurants are going under because landlords are raising rates.
The lease are going up. The lease have skyrocketed in South Florida.
So, and this lady has been cooking, I mean, I'm literally cooking food for the past 15 years. And we're going to bring her on the show because we don't know what the end result's going to be, but we always tell you we want to help the small guy. And because normally to come on a show like this is quite high. And we like to bring in these smaller restaurants, not charge them anything, and have them be part of the show for the night. So this is one of the restaurants that we're going to be bringing on. And another restaurant we're bringing on actually started off as a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
And they've grown so much that they've opened up a new restaurant. And I'm really excited about it. It's Colombian food,
No.
Cuban.
No,
It's not Mexican.
it's not Colombian. That was this one that we were going to talk about.
I know, but it's the new
You
one.
said it was tacos. You said
Not
it
just
was
tacos. It's
Latin.
Latin.
It's Latin.
okay.
There you go.
And who are we talking about tonight?
Well, you wanted to do the
The Greek restaurant.
Yes. Every week we have a restaurant that we have rave reviews. And we only have given, I think, 1 or 2 bad reviews. And I always hate doing the bad reviews.
I don't.
And
I don't want people wasting their money.
I know, but I always feel sad that we have to do this. But there is a
You get sad at earthquakes.
There is a Greek restaurant. Like, I cannot find a good Greek restaurant in Palm Beach County. I do not know what's going on. But we did go to one. It was called Tasso's Greek Taverna on Atlantic Avenue and Military. And
Well, Sylvia, let's back up. You know somebody, I don't know if you want to call her a friend, but somebody who's in Boynton, I think it is, because we're going to be going there tonight to that center. The Greek restaurant. You do know who I'm talking about. Your friend that owns a Greek restaurant, that the service was so bad. You don't in Boynton?
No, I don't know of a Greek restaurant in
We go by
Boynton.
there when we go to Duffy's.
Oh, you're talking about Chris's Taverna.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that went downhill once under Evergalea.
Well, you were saying about there's not a good. We've been to that
Right,
restaurant. Tell them what the
right.
name of it is.
I just did.
Tell them again.
Chris's Taverna.
Okay.
Everybody loves Chris's Taverna. Everybody, but the food's really gone downhill there. Avegalia used to work there. She was basically helping them in the kitchen. Since she's left, we've been there. Margaret and I have been there with my sister, my brother, with Carla, with you.
We went there.
And the guy was on his phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And
Can you
the food
imagine our
was
server
horrible.
was on his cell phone the entire time?
Everything was either burned or not cooked all the way or cold but Tasso's was one that had 4 stars. Everybody recommended them.
They're in Delray, right?
They're in Delray on Atlantic and Military. And it's on the southeast corner. And we did go there. And it was not a very good experience. It wasn't that crowded. The owner was sitting at a table talking to a gentleman. She looked at us. But would it take like 15 minutes before they came and got us to sit down?
We actually talked to them before. We sat down and told them about our show.
Right.
And usually when people hear that you have a show as big as ours, they usually suck up a little bit, you know?
She didn't suck up.
She didn't suck up at all.
She didn't even come to the table to see if everything was okay.
Nothing. Did you enjoy the meal? But I got to tell you, they have a very extensive menu.
Mhm.
And it's really strange. I don't know what it is with Greek food in Delray Beach because, you know, the restaurant that went under
Yeah.
that was on Atlantic Avenue.
Mhm.
I mean, they were there for years and they went under.
Mhm.
And then there was a restaurant catty corner from where we were. No, I take it back. It was on Linton. So all of you in Delray Beach, you know Linton. It was Linton and Military. And we went in, they knew we were coming in. The food wasn't bad, except for it took us over an hour to get served.
Mhm.
The gentleman who opened the restaurant with his dad had his dad cooking, and they weren't prepared. And the place was literally full.
Mhm.
But can you imagine waiting? I mean, imagine going there for lunch. You know, when people only have what is it now? 45 minutes for lunch, 30, an hour. How long is
Hour,
hour for lunch?
usually.
Well, if it takes you 30 minutes to get your lunch, you're probably not going to go back to that place again.
No, because you'll be late for work.
Yeah. So, and they went out of business.
Yes,
And
they
I
did.
could have told you. And they were such nice people. I hated to see it. And when we finally did get served, the food was really good, but the service was really bad. You know, when you're running late, you can't just shove a glass of wine in somebody and expect for that, especially if you're hungry, you know. And you've got so many places you can go to. But this restaurant here that we went to, Sophia, it was extensive, but I've never seen them crowded. Because we go by there, at least I did go by there a lot.
The Tassos, they're crowded. They have belly dancing. People usually go for that.
Maybe that's why they're
At
going.
night, we went at lunchtime, not dinner. But I think we both got the same thing. We got the moussaka and it was ice cold. It was like it was frozen and they didn't even warm it up, didn't even come to check on us. And it wasn't that good, not just because it was cold, it was just not good. But we started with the pita and the hummus.
That was the first problem I had. Because, you know, when you and I go to a Mexican restaurant, the first thing we do is chips and salsa. And if the salsa's not good, you're probably going to have a bad night. And, you know, it's like when you go to an Italian restaurant and they bring you garlic knots or bread and it's not good, you're probably not in for a good night. And with Greek, a lot of them bring out pita with hummus, but if it's not toasted, I get really upset.
It was kind of raw.
Yeah, it's very, you know, if you don't toast pita, it's very bland.
But I like pita even if it's not toasted.
You do?
But this I don't know what it was.
It's kind of hard to screw hummus up. And their hummus was not good at all.
It was dry.
I mean, it's pretty bad when you go to a Greek restaurant and the hummus is not good.
It was dry.
We're talking about
Tassos
Greek Taverna. You can't miss it because at night it's all lit up. It's at the corner of
Atlantic
and Military, yes. You know, there's so many restaurants that you can go to. One of the things Sophie and I is, look, everybody, you know, not everybody's a millionaire. And sometimes people can only go out maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. and we make it to where we want to kind of warn you before you go to a restaurant, if we know it's bad.
I think why I was so disappointed was everybody was saying how great it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it got 4 stars on Google. And I think I was expecting something spectacular, but it wasn't. But we did have a good experience. And we're going to try to get these people on. We've been looking at this restaurant every time we pass.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's in Boynton, in a shopping center, and you can't miss
it. It
like
is,
a million lights.
They
on the
got it
outside.
lit up.
So we did go in there and had dinner, and we're trying to get the owner on. I don't know if they totally understood us because they didn't speak English very well. But
Sophia kept saying, "Are you the owner?" And they go, "Yes."
No.
Yes.
She was. Yeah. Anyway, it was called Pal Rancho, and it is Colombian. And we were very surprised, pleasantly surprised. We were kind of nervous at first about it. Pleasantly surprised. The wait.
Did you get the churrasco steak?
But remember how thorough she was when she came to the table? I didn't know what some of the things were. And she went through the whole menu and explained everything and said, this is the Colombian way. This is that. This is, and got
the
our
rice
water.
And beans were really good.
Got our water right away, kept coming to the table, filling it up. And just, it was a really good experience. And then you got the fried, what was it called? I don't know.
I got the steak,
Spanish,
the fried steak, yeah.
But I don't know the Spanish name for it.
I just lost it. I'll think of it just a minute.
And you said it was,
but it was really good.
Yeah,
it's one of the best I've ever had. And I've been to a lot of Colombian restaurants, and this was really good. The rice and beans were excellent. I was surprised they don't use black beans. They use brown beans.
They use the pinto beans.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised at that. But no, my steak was really good.
And I got the churrasco, I think it was called steak.
Milanese.
That's it.
That's what I got. I got the steak Milanese, and they also do it with chicken too.
It looked good.
And their menu was pretty extensive.
It was, but remember, we got 3 sides too on top of it.
That's right.
I was looking at the prices. They were like mid-20s, and I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's kind of expensive. But she was telling us you get 3 sides. So really, it was a lot of food for $20, $25.
It was.
And they have, so it's called Pal Rancho. And there's 4 of them now, and I didn't even know it. So we looked it up. We're hoping to get the owner on the show.
We will.
We'll have to go back and see if anybody speaks English again, because that was pretty funny. They didn't understand us, but
they understood the menu.
Yeah, she was really good. That's why I thought she was the owner, because she was very thorough. So the first one they opened was Coral Springs on Coral Ridge Drive. Then they opened a second one on West Atlantic in Coral Springs. So they have to be pretty good, because there's 4 of them now.
Right.
The third one was Pembroke Road and Pembroke Pines. And then the 4th one was Boynton Beach. And that's the one we went to. It's 1709 North Congress Avenue, Boynton Beach. It's right by the IHOP, that shopping center where the IHOP is.
It's really off the side of the road. You have to really be looking for it, but it's
in a shopping
IHOP
center.
Is there. Boy, it's lit up.
Just turn right into IHOP and you're not going to miss it.
I think we were kind of surprised how good it was.
We were pleasantly surprised because we were both kind of nervous about it. Let me just put it this way. There were like at least 15 guys sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And I said they look like firemen.
You did.
I think they were either police officers or firemen undercover because they looked like firemen to me. They were built like firemen. And there were 15 of them in the table, and they kept coming in and sitting. So by the time we left, there were 20, 25 of them.
Yes.
And once I saw them sitting at the table, I thought, oh, we're going to have a pleasant dinner because
Firemen know their food. They know where to shop
They
at.
know where to go.
And they know the restaurants. You know, something just hit me. Since we're talking about restaurants, we got about 10 minutes left. Have you ever just wanted a great hot dog?
Margaret makes good ones.
With really good chili. Where am I going with this?
Yeah.
We know your sister's listening.
Skyline.
There is a restaurant that Sophia and Margaret turned me on to. It's called Skyline. Is it just Skyline?
Skyline Chili.
Chili.
Cincinnati originated.
I got to tell you something. When you go into this place, they first of all, they still have stools at the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Service is amazing.
Oh, yes.
And people go in there for their chili dogs.
And people drive from Palm Beach County an hour.
Yeah, like us.
Go get a chili dog.
But I got to tell you, and I love chili. I have literally, and from where I live, it's about 45 minutes. Is that right?
45 minutes to an hour,
Yeah.
depending.
I will drive there when I.
Uh-oh, you better not say that if Margaret's listening and she finds out you went without telling
Well,
her.
first of all, let me describe
Or
this.
bringing it back for
And
her.
their prices are really good.
Yes, they are.
And I got to tell you, first of all, when they give you a chili dog, most people want cheese on their chili dog. I have never seen so many, that's right, so much cheese piled up on this chili dog as Skyline does. And you got to remember, I mean, it's kind of hard to screw up a hot dog.
Not the chili. Chili's watery. It's the cheese.
The cheese.
Well, they said they went through 5,000 pounds of cheese. Did he say a week or a day? I can't remember what he said.
They pile the cheese
cheese
on, and it's cheddar cheese. It's not American cheese. I can eat 2 of them. I see people with 4 hot dogs in there. But they also do other things too. They do the spaghetti.
Well, they're known for the Greek chili spaghetti. It's spaghetti with it's called Greek chili because it's kind of the meat they make with like the pasticcio and different other dishes. And you can get just that, or one way you could add beans, onions, and then the pile of cheese. I mean, it's a pile. The cheese is probably 5 feet tall. No.
Oh, you know, we're making Margaret hungry right now. You know that. She's ready to go to Skyline. But this place, I mean, for us to go 45 minutes for a chili dog, I mean, that just shows you how good it is. And it's so funny. Usually the owner is there fixing everybody's chili dog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how often do you see the owner?
We tried to get them on, but it was children's night on Monday nights, and it's too noisy and too busy. But they stopped doing children's night now.
I wonder why they did that.
I don't know, but
maybe it was because their prices are so good.
I'll tell you where I had good chili that shocked me.
Where?
I saw it at Costco the other day.
You did. That's right.
And I bought a bucket because they don't make them small. We froze it. I was shocked.
But you know, Skyline, their hot dogs aren't anything special.
No,
it's not like they're Hebrew National.
No,
Isn't that what Costco uses? Is Hebrew National or Nathan's?
I think it's Nathan's.
Yeah.
but the chili there is good.
I read that Costco has changed. They used to carry Pepsi products, because they got that little restaurant in the front, little fast food restaurant, and they just changed from Pepsi to Coca-Cola. And the reason they did it wasn't like one was better than the other, is they wanted to keep the hot dogs. The price is the same.
$1.50. They don't ever want to raise that
Raise it.
price.
So I guess Coke made them a deal that would allow them to keep, because don't you get a drink and a hot dog for
$1.50.
That's amazing.
And it's a big dog.
Yeah, it's a big one also. So, I mean, that's how Costco's, but they use Nathan's. But Skyline, there's something special. And they're not big hot dogs either.
It's like one bite and the dog's gone.
Yeah, you're right. But you do get a mouthful of cheese.
If you like cheese. You don't have to get the cheese on it.
No.
You can tell them.
And you know what? The owner's wife works there. She actually usually serves the tables.
Well, she started working there in Cincinnati when she was in high school.
I forgot about that.
So she always wanted a Skyline Chili restaurant.
But I'm telling you, people, once in a while you get this urge like, hey, I would love to get a good chili dog.
Make it in the air fryer like my son.
Yeah, that's right. Everything's air fryer with her. But if you don't feel like cooking, not that making a hot dog is that big a deal, but Skyline Chili, they're actually is that Sunrise? Oakland Park. Okay. They're in Oakland Park. They're right on University.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, you go in there for lunch.
It's packed.
It is packed in there. Packed. And we've been in there for dinner, but we usually go late for dinner because we usually go maybe after the crowd leaves, because usually around 8:00 it's not that crowded anymore.
They close. I can't remember what time they close.
I just know every time we've been so worried that, what if we've driven all this way and they're closed? They close at 9. They do. So, but if you ever say, God, I'm have this urge for a chili dog,
Mm-hmm.
Skyline Chili, they're out of Cincinnati, right?
That's what they said.
And I don't know why they don't have a location in Palm Beach.
Because there's not a lot of people from Cincinnati that live here. I mean,
but there are in Oakland
there
Park.
are a lot of New Yorkers in Palm Beach County. But we had people that drove. Actually, we met a medical student that drove from Miami to go there because he was from Cincinnati.
Really?
We've been there when people from Naples have driven there but they have one over on the west coast of Florida, and they have one outside of Orlando, but they don't have one. I don't think it would work.
We're always the last one to get In-N-Out. I can't believe In-N-Out's not here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that Whataburger out of
Do you
Texas.
really like In-N-Out?
I don't know. I've never had one.
Oh, well, we have 2 minutes left.
Okay. Please don't forget about the chili cook-off.
This Sunday is going to be fun. Bring your kids, bring your dogs.
Samuel Park. Is that
family.
in Green Acres? Samuel Park?
It's in Green Acres. Starts at 12. And don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe, please. I put a link on our webpage, on the homepage, www.eatand, spelled out, A-N-D, critiquetvshow.com. Please visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube. And we will see you next
Come
week.
out there and
meet us.
introduce yourself to us. Just so you know, I'm the one who's bald-headed, and Sophia's got this incredible smile that she walks around with.
Thank you. And if you have a restaurant that you want us to go to or a Greek restaurant in Palm Beach, because I can't find one.
And you're Greek.
Please let us know. Please let us know. We're open to any restaurants, and we thank you for listening to us.
Meet us at the Chili Cookoff next Sunday.
This Sunday, March 2nd.
March 2nd, 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. We'll see you
It'll
there.
be the best time you've ever had.
It will be. It really will be.
We'll be back again with you next week with more Eat and Critique.
Thank you for
Thank you,
listening.
Rebel. Thank you to our great
Rebel.
audience.
We love our audience.
We do.
Thank you. We'll see you next Monday.
For sure.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Eat and Critique Show with your hosts, award-winning restaurant critics, Steve-O and Sophia, brought to you by Incontro Italian Cuisine and Steakhouse, located in Coral Springs on the Walk. Be sure to join us again next week as Steve-O and Sophia interview top local restaurant owners and chefs. Steve-O and Sophia are known for their pure honesty when it comes to reviewing local restaurants. See you next week.